Welcome, and thank you for joining us. This video is one of a series of videos that we are creating to support University of Oregon students in their job and internship searches. My name is Anna, and I'm a career readiness coach with the University of Oregon Career Center.
Aloha, my name is Kyle Santos, and I'm also a career readiness coach.
So today we're going to be covering resiliency in the job search. And in other words, that is how to approach the job search process during these challenging times. We really haven't ever experienced anything like this before, so we're hoping that this video will help you in your job search process.
Job searching during this quarantine period may seem impossible and strange, and so much has happened in this past couple of weeks. It's hard to know how to even move forward. Sometimes the best thing you can do is really to stop, take a breath, and create a plan. Having a set routine or a plan of things you can do can really help alleviate some of the stress. And here at the Career Center, we're here to help you create some of these next steps for career planning and self-care. It's easy to think that we're maybe out of options since we're unable to meet face-to-face or don't even know where to begin. In the next slide, we'll be sharing some specific strategies to creatively help you get started. So definitely making a plan. One of the things that you could incorporate in your plan is using this time to creatively sharpen or learn some new skills. Regardless if you're a freshman or a senior, by getting involved with things like self-initiated projects, searching for remote work or even temporary work, there's so much things that you can be doing right now to help you sharpen or learn some new skills. Connect and grow your networks. To develop relationships that despite of these times of social distancing and quarantine. Social distancing doesn't mean that networking should be stopped. In fact, it's a great time for you to build your professional connections with people having a little bit more extra time on their hands so that you can interact with them. And there's things like websites like LinkedIn so that you can find professionals, advisors or supervisors that you might be able to connect with, and they could potentially share some insight with you if you want to get part of their organization or anything like that. In this time, this is a great time to update your profile and application materials. So things like your resume, your cover letter, your LinkedIn profile, or even professional websites. These are some of the things that you can kind of update so that when an opportunity kind of comes in, you are ready to go. Last thing to incorporate in your action plan is attend virtual events. Like virtual appointments, webinars, digital networking opportunities, and by simply showing up, you're giving yourself the opportunity to learn, connect, and be successful. And just a reminder for y'all, a lot of these events can be found on websites like Handshake. And we'll be covering more of these specific strategies with you more in depth later, but we hope that these ideas will help you plan your next step.
So we have some tips, like strategies to help you get started. One of them is to meet virtually with a career readiness coach or connect with a professor, friend, or mentor. And when you connect with your either a coach, mentor, friend, or professor, you can ask them for advice and guidance, asking questions about next steps, sharing where you are, and maybe asking how you might move forward from there in your job search. When you talk to your coach, professor, mentor, friend, just let them know where you're at and ask for what the next step is. And you'll hear a lot of focus on like the next first step, but mentors and professionals can really help you with that. Also, finding ways to incorporate self-care as a regular part of your day is going to be really important. It's important for all of us, but especially now, there's a lot of uncertainty and a lot of stress. And so as you're doing your job search, as you're going through school, as you're making decisions, incorporating self-care is really important. So we thought we would share what we do. So it's going to look different for everyone, but some of the things that I do yoga, I do mindfulness meditation. I try to take a walk if the weather's nice, get away from my computer. I try to eat well, drink enough water, and really just take quiet time. And there are some great resources at the Duck Nest through U of O for mindfulness practices and other wellness type of tips. And Kyle, what do you do?
For me, for self-care, I like to take a little breaks now and then. I know that now that we're here looking at screens all day, I know that for myself, I like to take breaks. And what that really means is honestly getting a snack, maybe doing like a quick home workout kind of thing, spending time with my family, or even playing the ukulele and playing some jams if I even wanted to. So, yeah.
And what about incorporating humor into your day? Kyle, I have a
Oh,
joke for you.
oh, what is that joke?
What kind of jokes does the CDC recommend?
CDC. I'm not too sure.
Inside jokes.
Okay, Anna.
Sorry.
I
Okay. Moving on.
This is a great time for you folks to start setting some clear career goals for you so that's easier for you to achieve. And what that kind of really looks like is I can remember talking with just a student I just had another day, and we were talking about ways to creatively approach the job search. The student kind of shared that they were worried about finding a job during spring term. And what we did is we had a discussion of identifying what is the first steps we can do to make that happen. And with that being said, we ultimately started updating their resume and cover letter and things like that. And that was a great first step to help them achieve their goals.
Yeah, and last week I was meeting with a student whose job offer was actually canceled due to cutbacks because of COVID-19, and they were worried about what to do next. After we talked for a while, we realized that the next step for them was to start networking again in their chosen field via digital means, to just put out that they were looking for a new opportunity, and that was what it was. The next step was a networking step. So that's like the concrete next thing that they can do.
So during this time, you definitely want to stay motivated and energized for the job and internship search. And it looks like this message on our visual is, I think this is wrong. Anna?
Sorry, Kyle. Let me fix that. Oh, that's
Oh,
better.
there you go. Let's do this, y'all. Like we were mentioning, I know that days may be longer or seem longer with all this computer and screen time. Find ways that you can do to stay motivated and energized. We can do this.
And stay connected. The Career Center now has a weekly newsletter that comes out via Handshake. So if you're not registered for Handshake, please do that as soon as possible so that you can get our excellent Career Center newsletter. It has a coach's corner, hot job tips, and lots of different links to different resources for job searching during this time. And you can also connect with us via social media. And what's that hashtag, Kyle?
That hashtag is, or at, it's going to be UO Career Center. We have social medias in Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. So definitely stay connected.
Fantastic. So these are all ways that you can stay connected. And if you'd like to make an appointment with a career coach, you can call 541-346-3235 to make an appointment, or you can make an appointment via Navigate. And we are standing by to help you. And on that note, we want you to know that you're supported and that you're not alone during this time. It is very stressful and there's so much change happening, and the University Career Center is here for you.
One thing I would like to say is if there's one thing that this pandemic is teaching us or forcing us to do is to be flexible and creative. In this short period of time, we're likely to adjust many of our plans. And again, we're really encouraging all to connect with us to talk about what are those next steps can look like. So
Okay, go ahead, Kyle.
Oh, sorry. We have our information here for y'all if you want to connect with us, which includes our website, career.uoregon.edu, our phone number if you want to reach us at. Our opening operation hours is Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 5. And our email if you ever do have a question that you have for us at career@uoregon.edu.
All right. Thanks, everyone, for sticking around to the very end. And we will see you next time at hashtag Career Coach Productions. Bye.
Hi, y'all. Thank you.